The day David and Margaret sold their 4-bedroom house in Mount Martha, they felt nothing but relief. The house had been too big for years. The garden was a full-time job. Neither of them wanted to do it. The sale made sense, on paper anyway. 6 months later, sitting in their new 2-bedroom unit in Rosebud, Margaret turned to David and said something that stopped him cold. If I could go back, I wouldn't have actually done it. Not because she missed the house, because of everything else she hadn't known before actually signing. Now, I've worked with hundreds of downsizers across the Mornington Peninsula, and I can tell you this, the people who regret their move don't regret the decision to downsize, they regret the decisions they made because nobody told them what to actually watch for. So today, I want to walk you through the 5 regrets I hear most often. Not to scare you, but so you can move with your eyes wide open and actually with a plan. Regret number 1. They underestimated the true cost of the new home. The purchase price is just the beginning. Margaret and David bought their unit for what they felt was a great price, but nobody walked them through the ongoing costs. Body corporate fees they hadn't budgeted for, higher council rates in a different council area, a strata that hit them with a special levy 6 months in for building works they actually didn't vote on. Before you commit to a new property, get the full financial picture, not just the price tag, the ongoing costs, the quarterly fees, the capital works fund, what's been spent, what's planned, what you actually might be liable for. Regret number 2, they didn't test the lifestyle first. A Mornington Peninsula downsizer told me last month, I moved to a beautiful apartment in Safety Beach, but I didn't realise how much I'd miss having a garden to actually potter in. You can't know what you'll miss until you live without it. Before you sell, spend time in the kind of home you're moving to. Rent an Airbnb for a weekend. Stay with a friend who's already made the move. Walk the neighbourhood at different times of day. Test the commute to the shops, the doctors, the grandkids. What looks perfect on a Saturday inspection might feel very different on a Tuesday afternoon when you've got nowhere to go and nobody nearby. Regret number 3. They rushed the decluttering. This is the one that breaks my heart the most. A lady in Dramana told me she let her kids pressure her into ruthless declutter before the sale. If you haven't used it in a year, it goes, they said. So she did. She gave away her mother's sewing box. She donated the christening gown her grandmother made by hand. The move actually went smoothly. But 6 months later, she couldn't stop thinking about the things she'd let go of. Not because she needed them, because she hadn't been ready to let go. Decluttering isn't just a logistical task, it's emotional work. Do it at your pace. Keep what matters. You can always go back later. You can never get it back. Regret number 4. They chose the wrong agent. Not every agent understands downsizers. Some agents want the fastest sale at the highest price, and that's fine if that's what you need. But what most downsizers actually need is an agent who understands the timing. Someone who knows that you might need to sell your home first, then find the right place afterwards. Someone who won't push you into a rushed settlement when the replacement property actually isn't ready. Ask any agent you're considering, how many downsizers have you worked with in the last year? What's your process for managing the chain? How do you handle it when the sale and the purchase actually don't line up? The answers will tell you everything. Regret number 5. They didn't talk about it as a couple. I've covered this in detail in another video, but it belongs on this list because it's the regret that causes the most damage. One partner is ready, the other is not. Nobody says it out loud, and resentment builds, quietly, slowly, until it surfaces in ways that have nothing to do with the house. Before you make any big decision, get clear, together. What are you both afraid of? What are you both hoping for? What does this next chapter actually look like for each of you? Because the goal is not just to sell the family home. The goal is to move in a way that protects your peace, your finances, and your relationship. These 5 regrets are all avoidable, every single one. Not by doing more research, not by waiting for the perfect moment, but by moving with intention, by asking the right questions, by making decisions together. If you're thinking about downsizing on the Mornington Peninsula, comment checklist below and I'll send you our downsizing guide. It's designed to help you feel more prepared, less overwhelmed and more in control of your next move. And if any of this is sounding familiar, if you've already made the move and learned some of these lessons the hard way, please share your story in the comments. Someone reading this right now needs to hear it.